Hi, I'm Elizabeth Rochford, and my Pecha Kucha is about inclusion. The district I teach for is made up of two elementaries, one junior senior high school, and three rural Amish schools. English students have never attended the Amish schools, but on rare occasions, Amish students have attended the elementary in town to meet their special education needs, but have eventually transferred back out to the rural schools. It's clear that the equitable issue here is inclusion. We have separate buildings for our Amish students and our English students. This isn't only happening in my district, it's happening in the neighboring district as well. The Amish schools I talk about are public schools. There are many other Amish schools in the community that are private. I've been told that the only public Amish schools in the United States are the ones in my district and our neighboring district. While I could not confirm this, I did find an article that provided some insight towards this, sharing that as of the year 2000, there were 1,139 public and private Amish schools in the United States. I learned a lot from the website AmishBaskets.com. This site shares information that directly comes from an Amish community. One quote that stuck out to me that confirmed my own personal thoughts of why Amish schools are separate from English schools was this: they're better able to protect their culture from outside influences that would conflict with their values and beliefs. I highly recommend watching the Amish Incident of 1965 film, where state officials tried to force the Amish to go to public schools. After this unsuccessful attempt, a new law was put into place specifically for Amish people to allow them to provide their own education to their children, with an exception that children must take the Iowa Test of Basic Skills. The problem with this segregation of our schools is that our Amish and English students rarely connect and interact with each other, and our Amish students do not get to participate in district wide activities such as pep assemblies, sports, clubs, or any other extracurriculars offered throughout the district. This inclusion/slash segregation dilemma relates to the Model Code of Ethics for Educators because we are respecting the culture of our students. Principle 3, Responsibility to Students, discusses respecting the rights and dignity of students, culture being one of those characteristics. I do believe that this scenario is a dilemma because our values are conflicting. Inclusion is so important in schools, yet we want to respect the culture of our students. Therefore, the value of inclusion conflicts with the value of respecting our students' cultures. I asked my principal her thoughts, and she said she does not see this as an inclusion issue and that we guarantee learning for all of our students, no matter what building or location they are in. It is important that we provide them with appropriate accommodations and a quality education that meets their needs and prepares them to be lifelong learners. I asked our superintendent his thoughts, and he said, I don't see this situation as a dilemma as much as I see it as an opportunity to provide a quality education for members of our community and embrace the cultural differences we have. He also stated he doesn't believe this is any different than the parochial students in our district. I also asked a teacher who has experience at rural and in town, and her response was very similar to my superintendent's. However, she believes the dilemma can be getting the parents to agree with the idea of public education and stated that we have always done our best to educate our Amish population using the same standards as the rest of our students. I think all three of these perspectives share the same moral foundation of caring and fairness. They all agreed that we are accommodating the best we can with the respect of all parties involved. We have a very unique situation with very different cultural beliefs, and we want our families to feel their children are safe with us and not have to worry about anything. To solve this dilemma, I think an equitable outcome would be to continue the separation amongst the English and Amish schools in order to respect their culture, but slowly intertwine the buildings into collaboration opportunities for the students to participate in. Right now, only a handful of English and Amish students collaborate less than 30 minutes each month. There's lots of room for improvement. To piggyback off the last slide, the both and thinking would be both have our separate schools and be inclusive to collaboration amongst schools. We can start by taking little steps to merge the communities together. We currently have a few English and Amish students collaborating for our latest behavioral implementation, Leader in Me. Each year, we could do something that collaborates our English and Amish students. Something like a service learning project that would benefit the community and not just one culture. Before we begin this, we could be pen pals with students in town to grow their relationships a bit so they know a little bit more about each other before they meet in person for the first time. Another step we could take to achieve this equity is to have an event where Amish parents and English parents could have a time to collaborate and get to know one another. As we know, many children are influenced by their parents, so this would be a great opportunity for parents to share their experiences with their students in hopes to eliminate any preconceived thoughts. Training regarding this dilemma would include familiarizing yourself with other cultures. The Amish Baskets website and documentary are great places to start. In addition, we need to have the IDI and the IDC training that Cedar Rapids provides their staff. This will help all to bridge across the cultural similarities and differences and thrive in our district. According to the Benefits of Inclusion and Diversity in the Classroom article from School of Education, intermixing our students on a regular basis will help students learn from and encourage each other. It will help prepare students for adulthood by interacting with people of all backgrounds and make students more comfortable with people who are different from themselves. I now understand why our schools are separated. I had an idea of why they were, and now that idea is confirmed. I did learn that there is a law specific to the Amish communities which allows them the ability to have their own schools and provide their own uncertified teachers. You can view this law at www.legis.iowa.gov. I believe eventually we will be able to get our cultures to intermix and collaborate more for the betterment of our students and our community. This is something we will want to ease into and not rush, as rushing could cause disengagement and revolution. However, I am committed to slowly taking the steps to overcome this equitable issue.